Hey there, this is Christy. Thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm just going to do a quick reading today for February 2019. And I don't know about you, but I cannot it's like I'm trying to wrap my mind around it's already February. January was kind of an intense month with that eclipse and all that stuff happening. My gut sense of it is I'm feeling like things are opening up now, that there was a lot of change that happened last year and a big transitions and stuff through the solstice, between that solstice and that last full moon. It feels like that stuff just kind of busted through the channels and that things are going to start to flow right now. Just a feeling of mine. And if you are resonating, if you're in the same soul tribe as I am just anticipating that for a lot of us, things are going to start moving forward in beautiful ways, hopefully. And I guess it depends on kind of where you're at in your own journey. For some of us, it could set loose some pretty interesting shakeups. And for others of us, it could be smooth sailing for a while. So today I'm not going to do an art reading. I'm kind of tired. It's been it's been an interesting week, like a good week. It's just a lot of stuff happened, and I'm feeling kind of tired. It's Friday night. It's the first kind of snuck up on me, and looking forward to going out tonight, hanging out with friends. So I'm gonna do an oracle card reading with my spirit animal deck, and see what comes up for February. So while I shuffle the cards here, February, I'm really excited about this February because it's my birthday coming up on the 24th. I'm a Pisces. And also, I just got this download. I've got some changes coming to my business, a little bit of a rebrand coming up. So look for some changes. And I'm so excited that I will be hosting my very first retreat. It's just sort of a pilot one in the Marquette, Michigan area. If you're interested in that, it'll be like a 2-day event, winter retreat. So it's like a winter wilderness vision quest slash, I want to say women's circle, because I'm renting a cabin and it isn't overnight. So like winter wilderness vision quest, women's circle, and a creative playground. Let's put it that way. A combination of those elements. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm really excited. So can we get this out of the way? And first card coming up for February 2019. We have the Hawk. All right. Let me feel into that. I'm getting like focus. And one card, like I've been really drawn to the Michael cards, Doreen Virtue's Michael cards. I know whatever you think of Doreen. Interesting. I may comment on her at some point, but I still love her cards. I love her cards, and I love the Michael cards in particular lately have been calling to me, and there's a card in particular that keeps popping up for me repeatedly. It's focus on your intentions, and try to focus on your targeted intentions. And Hawk really underscores that whole idea. So just really staying focused on what's important, on your priorities. I mean, what's the priority in terms of, what is it that you really want? What's your vision? Do you have a vision board? If you don't have a vision board, this might be a really good time to start one and really think, what is it that I want in my life? I was at the gym last night, and I was running on the treadmill, and I wasn't really paying attention. They always have those TV screens. I had my earphones in. I was listening to something else. But I just happened to glance up, and they were doing this interview, and they had the captions. And there was this woman being interviewed she had an amazing physique. I don't know what her story was, but I just caught this little glimpse of what she was saying. And she said, she was talking about some life transition she'd had that catapulted her into her what she does right now, which has to do with physical fitness. And she was saying, I had to make that decision, do I want this to be, do I want to be leading this life, or do I want to be leading my life? And I just loved that. It was like, because it's our decision. We are creators, and whatever we're thinking about, whatever we're focused on, that's what we're bringing into being. Okay. And so when she made that switch from living this life, almost like the life that's being given to you, to living my life, that's when her life turned around. Is like kind of, that's the feeling I was getting, picking up from that interview. And we can all do that. We can all do that, and it's a choice. So, but it takes discipline, and it takes focus. So focus, really, I'm feeling like, to stay focused, because there's a lot of really beautiful energy coming in right now in February that's facilitating flow. Look at this hawk. He's just, he's flying. He's really, it's just like the air. Air has a lot of flow to it. There's a lot of communication associated with the element of air, so making connections that'll get you where, to help you to start manifest what you want. This feels like a really good month for that. Communication, starting to get out there with who you are, with what you want. Don't hide it. That's, just stay focused on what's important to you, though, because it's really easy, especially with the element of air, because it tends to, it's really easy to get air to move in one direction or another. Okay. So if you want air to work for you, it's really important to anchor it with a very strong intention and a focus. A grounding, any kind of grounding can help too. So staying grounded with Mother Earth. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple more cards for February. The next one is Snake. Snake just keeps coming up again and again and again in the past few months. Okay, this is renewal. This is rebirth. And again, this feels like an incredible rebirth. I'm just going to bring it back to myself, because I think just for a moment, not to be talking about myself a lot, but hey, it's a big time for me. I'm going to be turning 50, right? 50. Wow. And I don't know if you've ever felt like, kind of had this thought run through your head, like, I wish that I could start life over, just go back to the beginning and start over, knowing what I do now, and I would make, all these mistakes that I've made or whatever, right? And I've just kind of come to this realization. I had all these transitions last year. It's like, wow, I can totally do that. Because like at 50, I'm totally expecting to live to 100, right? But it's like equidistance. I'm right at the midpoint, before and after of this point. And I just suddenly realized, it's like, oh my God, I can totally start life over. It's a total restart, a total rebirth. But I already have all this experience from the first 50 years that I can tap right into in the next 50 years. Now, you may not be turning 50, but that energy is available to you right now as well. And especially if you've just come through some difficult, challenging times, if you just feel like you've had a lot of transformation lately, absolutely, that energy is open. The doors are wide open for a rebirth, for a reset, but it demands focused attention. Okay, so the birthing energy is there, the rebirth energy is there, but you're going to birth the same thing over again if you don't shift your focus or change the focus, right? So if you're like me and don't want to birth the same thing, I don't want the first 50 years to look like the last one. Believe me. Oh my gosh. So that's why it's so important to stay focused on positive things, the positive changes that you want in your life, right? And don't be thinking of like, I don't want this, I don't want that, because you're putting attention to those things you don't want. Okay, so really think about, what is it positive that I want? And gratitude, right? Gratitude is a really awesome way to focus, because you're being grateful for um, whatever it is, even if it's lessons learned, but you're focusing on the positive part of it. Okay, so bringing in the gratitude this month can be super, super powerful. Like, if you do nothing else this month but just continue to say, thank you, Spirit, for this, thank you, Spirit, for that, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, you're going to see magical things happen. Okay, and card number 3 for February is Badger. Okay, so again, this is perfect between these, because what did I say about air energy? It's got to be anchored. Okay, so Badger, real earth kind of animal, right? Very root chakra kind of animal. It digs in the ground, just really digging in. So again, like, this is all about you. This is all about renewing yourself. So really digging into, the truth of who you are. Who am I? If you haven't thought about like what it is that is important to you, what your skills are, what brings you joy, this would be a really good month to start really examining that. What makes me happy? What makes my heart sing? And really dig into some of those things, right? Or it could be to like dig into what you want. Like if you already have a good vision and you have something that you want to manifest, now's a really good time to dig into it. Take action. Right, because like I said, the things are lining up. Doors are open for that, but the door can be as open as you want. If you don't take a step to move through it, you're not going to get anywhere. You're never going to get to the other side if you don't take that action. Okay, so taking action does require a fair amount of grounding, because you got to have that traction, right? So even like, consider even just like one solid step forward. It doesn't have to be a big step, but one solid step forward towards your goals every day. That could be, whatever your goal is. Maybe you want to start a business, right? Maybe you want to first kind of figure out, just maybe you're already running a business. Maybe, an email reach out to a potential partner or a potential client every day. Even one little action like that a day will get you somewhere. Or maybe you want to lose weight, right? Think about why you want to lose weight. We want to get to the root of things, right? Badger brings us to the root. So do you want to lose weight because you feel bad? Because you look at yourself in the mirror and you cringe? How positive is that? And I am going to challenge you, if that's what you're feeling, whether it's losing weight or anything else, look at the root and what's your incentive for wanting that thing. Okay, because if it's a negative incentive like that, we've all had this. I know I have. A lot of us have. We're struggling with weight, and we look at, oh my God, I got to lose weight, but we're coming at it from a place of feeling, negativity. And what it does, even if we do lose the weight, we're miserable the whole time. It's no fun, and it comes right back, right? But what if we were to switch it around and say, I want to lose weight because I feel so much better when I'm 10 pounds lighter, or because I really want to do the best I possibly can in that road race coming up. And I know that it's going to feel so much better for me to run that race, with a little bit of this weight gone. It's going to make me perform better, and I'm just going to feel great, right? You feel so much difference, right? And in fact, you might even just realize that it's like, I don't even care about the weight at all. I just want to perform well in that race and feel good, right? And then the weight becomes a non-issue, and I bet you, if you even just ditch the whole weight issue and say, hey, look, you know. Hey, look, this is my real goal. I want to feel good, or I want to do the best I can in that race and see how fast I can run it. And I'm going to have fun doing it. I bet you that weight's going to come off just by itself because that's a natural consequence. Okay, so focusing on the intentions, but also being very, like, getting to the root of what is your intention and why, and is it an intention that is really in alignment with your highest path, with your highest purpose, with who you are, with joy, with bliss, right? With feeling good. Let's make sure that as we birth our new selves, even if it's just in February, that whatever is coming to us in February, that we're using this birthing energy in a way that's birthing something beautiful from the root on up. Okay. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. It just feels like it's going to be a tremendously awesome month. So if you feel like this has been helpful to you, we'd love to hear your comments, and I'd love to hear how this month unfolds for you. If you've got anything exciting that you've got that maybe would be helpful to other people, please post that in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and post a link to my spirit animal cards down there if anybody's interested in those. Thank you, by the way, to all those of you who have bought the cards. I was kind of expecting sales to kind of decline after Christmas, but they've been just like trickling in. It's like, wow, this is cool. So thank you so much. If you've bought a deck, if you're thinking about buying it, just act when the time feels right to you. And thank you also if you've ordered a session from me. I appreciate that. I'll leave the link to that below as well. All this stuff helps to support the channel. So you have just a wonderful week. Month. I mean, the month of February, and it is the month of love too. So that's another awesome thing. So I love you all, and have a great month. And I'll catch you again soon.